Good morning, DXC. Today we will be conducting a little VIP support over YouTube. This is my first actual voiceover support video, and I do hope it's easy to follow. We're going to be covering a lot of things that I did put into my read before asking support thread, as well as a little extra. We'll be going over injection errors as usual, some display errors with the hack, maybe some detection hacks, issues, little guild issues, stuff like that, on the average is what you're going through. So if you finish this video and actually pay attention, you'll actually be able to help yourself and save the support some time when we're helping other users that this doesn't help. Alright, we'll start the tutorial. First, you'd log in and download your VIP hacks, which I already went ahead and done. We'll go here. Now, as you can see, we got some unknown file types, and this is normally because you didn't install WinMar. So we'll go ahead and install that, which you can just do in a basic Google search. As you see here, warlab.com download HTML. You could just go ahead and click that. And then you just download which bit version you got, whether it's the 32 or 64-bit, which in this case I'm 64-bit. Another way you could determine if you have 64-bit or 32-bit is you could just click on Start My Computer Properties, and it will tell you right here. Alright, let's continue. So I went ahead and I got the WinMar installed, and now we'll try to open up our hacks. Today we'll be using the Crossfire VIP as a tutorial. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and extract your hacks. Okay, we'll go ahead and open that up. So you'll see what happens normally when a user doesn't read the thread, which is why they'll have many errors. So go ahead and start Crossfire here. Alright, now we're at the login screen. You notice no menus popped up. So we'll go ahead and try to log in. And we'll see if our menus log up or not. And still, menus are not logging. Now, this will be for multiple reasons. One, I didn't set my guild yet, which you can see here. Another reason why this error is pursuing is also because I don't have the necessary files, such as NetFramework and the C Redistributable. So you'll see here. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get NetFramework 4.0. XP users usually could get it going on 3.5, but we recommend 4.0 and the most updated. So go ahead and install that. Another thing I want to always recommend doing is always making sure your computer is up to date. Like right now, my computer's running good, it's running smooth, but lo and behold, that there's still updates that we need. So while we're double checking everything, we'll just go ahead and run all of our updates just to make sure that our computers are updated and that everything's running functional and running good. This will help also stop some errors with your hacks as well. Another thing I'd recommend for users that gets lag with the menus and lag in general with the hack is to make sure that your DirectX is updated. Most of the times they release an update every couple of months or so, so sometimes people would forget to check it, so I highly recommend checking it at least once a month. Sometimes they release an update between a month multiple times, so just go ahead and run their online install, which would check for all your components and make sure it's updated and all that. Now for graphics cards, I'll be demonstrating AMD chipset for my ATI Redundant HD 5750. So as you can see, I clicked on desktop graphics and I clicked the Radeon HD series. So you just follow the instructions and display your results. sorry, very tired. It's 3:42 a.m. and really exhausted, but wanted to really get this tutorial done. And mainly you just update the most recent driver release, which should display right here. For users that will be using video graphics cards, you could go ahead and go in the videos website, which if you just Google, it'll come right up for your drivers. Now here you could just search for the brand of graphics card you got, or if you use Firefox or Windows Explorer, you could just go ahead and scan for the graphics drivers that you need, and then download what they recommend, which is just your updates. Alright, now we'll go over to my thread where I discuss some other points of view. Takes a second to load. So, while this is all downloaded, seeing how we forgot some files, we'll just double check through everything. I'll also go through a small issue with Google Chrome users. Okay. I'll have to update my links, I suppose. Oh. Guess my Ethernet cable there's came a little undone. Okay, there it goes. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, now as we go further into the tutorial, like I was explaining, we'll go through the checklist and make sure everything's running okay. So far we went ahead and we got our NetFramework, we're updating our DirectX, we've updated our graphics cards, we're updating the computer. So now we'll go ahead and go for these files right here. Now if you already went ahead and downloaded your NetFramework, you go ahead and skip this step right here. For Visual C++ Redistributable, I recommend always reinstalling and repairing if you already have it installed. This way you can make sure that any files that wasn't installed properly are installed properly and that there's no error there when your menu is not showing. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with the first link, which would be the 2005. I picked 64-bit because, as we know, my computer's 64-bit. And if you have 32-bit, just download the 32-bit and you'll be all set for this part. Now, with the 64-bit users, sometimes you'll have to download both 64-bit and 32-bit. So if your menu's not shown from just downloading the 64-bit packages, go ahead and just download both 64 and 32-bit, and that should solve that issue. Hope this voiceover isn't too bad. I'm just really tired today and just wanted to get this tutorial out there quick. We'll restart that in a minute. Okay, now we'll go ahead and... oh, wrong one. We'll go ahead and download the 2008 package. Now, as you can see right here, you can see where it says interrupted. This is one of the errors I wanted to point out with Google Chrome. This will happen with anytime you download a file with similar names or the same exact name. What would happen is you'd re-download the first file you downloaded of that name. So we'll go ahead and we'll go to our download folder and I'll show you what I mean. So we think we downloaded both the 2005 and the 2008 package here that you see. But if you do open it, you'll notice that it's still the 2005. So 90% of the times that users don't update these properly is because of this error. So the easy fix for that is to go into your download folder and then delete your installations and then download again. Which, as you can see, now it's working. I urge all members to double check all of this because 90% of the problems are due to this. I forgot to mention this in the tutorial that I written out, but I'm going to be updating that soon and then add in more in-depth detail screenshots as long as this video. As long as this video is online, you should be able to figure it all out, I'm sure. So, in the main tutorial that I'm going to edit, it's going to be this video, a bunch of screenshots, and more in-depth scenarios of what could be causing your bug and how to fix your bug. Hopefully this will eliminate a lot of the TeamViewer requests and everything. It's also always recommended to restart your computer after all these, mainly only because sometimes it'll work, the hacks will work if you don't restart, and most of the times it won't. But you got a 50-50 odds that it will work before restarting. As you can see, I'm having trouble with this again, because I forgot to simply delete the installer from right here. So now we'll download again. Now it'll open up and properly install. And that's how you solve that problem again, for a second example. Alright, for people having issues after downloading all this and still they've done everything I said and the menu still isn't popping up or anything, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to your hack folder. You want to read your log, which I have pre-open here, which you can see, guild check failed, please visit dxdgaming.com and PM. So this is basically telling you didn't set your guild. So what we'll do is we'll copy and paste that, which you can also get from the guild again. Now as you can see here, I got the side-by-side configuration error. This is because I only downloaded the 64-bit versions, so we'll go ahead and download the 32-bit as well. With this one, all you need is the 32-bit of 2008, and this will solve this error. So we'll go ahead and wait for this to finish up. Now for 32-bit users, as a reminder, you only have to get the 32-bit, you won't need the 64-bit. Just as a reminder. Okay. Now we'll try to open the guild again. Alright, so as you can see, we're still having problems with it. So we'll go ahead and restart the computer. I'm gonna stop this recording momentarily, and then I'll start the recording once I get right back. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I rebooted it. Took a few minutes because I went to get coffee. Falling asleep here. Alright. So the error where we left off was the side-by-side configuration error with the DXD Guild again, which you won't notice the time delay because I'm going to compile it together, but I just figured I'd explain it for some reason. Alright, as you can see, it's running now. If you went ahead and set your account permissions as admin, you can usually run the programs as double-clicking or left-click, but we do recommend to right-click and click admin, so this way you don't have any errors in that case, especially with UAC. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll set our guild. I'll minimize that. So you go to dxdgaming.com/GUID. You can also get it by clicking the guild login here. Little login bug. Alright, so what you would do is you would go ahead and click on my guild, which you can see my old guild is set, and you will set it to the new guild by copying and pasting, and then just click submit. Normally it takes about 5 seconds to go through. Now you'll also notice that you can't set your guild twice in the same day. This is part of our security method so that we don't get leechers. It's a block leeching. It's a block, you know, going through hell like that. If by chance you formatted and then you got to format again twice in the same day, which I highly doubt you have to, but it has been known to happen, you could go ahead and send any DXD admin a PM and they will be able to assist you in that case if you could show that you really do need a guild change. Alright, now we'll go ahead and continue. Alright, now that that's finished, we'll go ahead and just move that over there, and we'll go ahead and open our hack. So you just right click, run as admin, select yes, okay, and then you run the hacks. Now I'm not sure if Hypercam really lags in the game or not, so any really bad game quality, I'm sorry. Normally I do HD videos, so don't judge the quality because of Hypercam, I guess. Alright, we'll just go ahead and load up. So we've updated our computer, we've done everything I suggested, we've installed everything I suggested, we set the guild like I suggested, and now we'll see if the hacks work. Now, anytime you get a slow load-in, and usually some pavers will it'll freeze up, and it'll crash out, or it'll ask you to close the program. This is because normally you double-clicked, or you moved the mouse, and you clicked off screen, or something like that. Try not to click anything, and eventually it will load, as you can see. So, you go ahead and you log in. We'll just go to alpha server because it's overran. Alright. Now, as you can see, we still got the same errors. We'll go ahead and delete my old log. Alright, so we got the game open. Now we'll inject again. Now, as you can see, I'm getting a few errors with injection here. But after we've injected, as running as admin, you can see it worked. We've injected while we were in game, and that solved that error. Anytime you double click the left click and inject, then you're going to get that injection error. So make sure you run that as admin, even if you have administration on your account like I do. Alright, now we'll go ahead and just close this out. Okay, we'll finish up here with the menu. As you can see, I'm hitting that key pretty hard and fast, and yet it's barely moving at all. To solve this error, you just click on your left alt button, and as you can see, it's moving nice. You hear my one tap, no delay there, no issues. So what we'll do is we'll just toss box ESP on, maybe a little aimbot, set the headshot, and key to right button. Visibility check we'll just have off. I'm going to go on a little shooting spree through walls. So we'll go ahead and turn shoot through walls off. Okay, we'll go ahead and close the menu. Item shop, what weapon should I get? Oh, for those wondering why I got ZP on an account I'm going to rage hack on, it's simply because I entered the Halloween costume and got some ZP from the GMs. So, I guess that's pretty cool. I'm still shocked that this account has not been banned yet. So I'll go ahead and get that for 3 days. Okay, so now I'll just go to elimination will do fine. So let's see if everything works. If the 3D boxes and 2D boxes don't show up while you first load and you're expecting, don't worry too much. As you can see, it's working just fine. Yeah, I declined that vote. But as you can see, the hacks are clearly working great as long as you follow my tutorial. If you have any problems, it's normally because you did not read the forums or you did not follow the tutorial properly and you did not do things properly. So I do hope this does solve many of the errors, and we'll just go ahead and keep owning some noobs for a little bit before I tie up this video. If there's any DXers in this video, hello, it sucks to be you if you're on the opposing team right now and trying not to get hacked back, so enjoy! And all the DXers that voted no for my kick, thank you by the way. And the people that's in this game just laughing their ass off, I find this pretty funny too. I think he's mad, what do you guys think? One more little trick with shooting through walls I could suggest is anytime you see their name, just go ahead and fire. And you'll be able to get them. Sometimes, that's the little bug exploit with this. But, as long as you see their names, you're able to completely rape them and devastate their team. Also burst and also, makes it a lot easier to shoot through walls for you. I'll also be posting more tips and little hints on how to get rid of little bugs and whatnot with little hack features and little things like that. And as you can see, for all the newcomers that's viewing just to view how DXC actually supports their members and what we're about, as you can see, I'm an easy 41-0, no problem. And so this way you can see it's not like cropped or photoshopped or something, and it's real time. I'll hold tab so you can see the kill death just raise. But everyone feel free to add me in game, and I'll go ahead and rage hack with you and just make noobs cry. Also, remember, only buy your hacks at www.dxcgaming.com. Don't buy it through Facebook or anything like that. There's a few scammers out there that's actually had some accomplished scamming, sadly, using our name, even though, you know, they're not real VIPs and they're not real retailers for our product. You can only get it at www.dxcgaming.com. So anyone that's claiming to share their VIP or claiming to sell you hacks and it's not through DXT directly or someone linking you to DXT, just tell them simply to blow you. But as you can see, an easy 477 EXP went 55-0, aced it easy, and that's what we're about. Thank you for viewing this tutorial. I hope that I helped you out, and I hope this causes a little less tension for the moderators and staff support of DXCGaming.com.